Welcome to the YouTube channel, you guys. I want to talk about something that is crucially important to your future. Allow your present self to be in the energy of forgiveness. Do you know that forgiveness is a superpower? Forgiveness is a superpower. And I mean that mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, energetically. Being forgiving, not for them, but for you, for your mind, your body, your soul, your energy level, everything. Because, a lot of negative emotions, feelings, and thoughts is connected to being in the energy of being unforgiving. When you're in that type of energy, you are literally connected to a whole lot of negative thoughts, negative feelings, and a lot of negative emotions. That's a natural thing, because when you're in the energy of unforgiving, that's operating in negative energy. That's operating in a negative frequency. And when you understand frequency and you understand vibration, you understand that you are literally controlling your life, how it's ending up on the screen, what is playing out in your everyday life. You end up understanding that, dang, my energy is connected to this negative thing that's happening. Let me just look at this situation in a different light. Not for nobody else, but for my mind, my body, my soul, my own sanity. Because our thoughts will make us experience mental catastrophes. Mental debilitating energy. Well, it will keep you in one place and will not allow you to vibrate high. Will not allow you to evolve. Because this is what we really want. We want to evolve. We want to have fun while we're here on this earth. We want to be able to look at a situation and think outside of the box, instead of thinking inside this little box that's only giving us a limited point of view, a limited perspective. But when we come to grips with reality and understanding that our own behavior, being unforgiving is a behavior. That means you're being stubborn, okay? When you allow yourself to forgive, that means I'm going to allow myself to let this shit roll off of me. Let this energy roll off of me. Let these thoughts about this person that have did me wrong roll away from me, roll off of me. No longer allow myself to think in terms of being upset. Think in terms of being hateful. Think in terms of being selfish for not forgiving this other person. And I mean being selfish to yourself. We do ourselves the greatest disservice when we hold on to energy that really can't help us become better in life. Being angry about what they did last and every year. Right, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, yesterday, 2 minutes ago. However it looks for you, because it's different for everybody. The past is always one millisecond ago. It's right there. It's right next to our present moment. Just like the future is right next to our present moment. And this is how you manifest. You understand the ebb and flow of energy. And I don't think, somebody don't want you to know this, but I want you to know for your own sanity, because when it's not spoken of and when it's not mentioned, how can you even have a figment in your mind, a thought process in your mind of even considering being forgiving if you don't hear it? I'm just here to shed some light on the dark spot where you can't probably see right now because your emotions are in the way. Allow yourself to detach from your emotions and have good energy. Have good energy. When you allow yourself to have good energy and you allow yourself to be free of your emotions that's binding you and keeping your energy stagnant, connected to something that already happened that you can't change. When you allow yourself to detach from that, you will allow your mind to expand, your thought process to go above and beyond the old. Right, go above and beyond the old things. Go above and beyond the old story that you're telling yourself. A lot of times we attract so many negative things into our life by way of what we're holding on to emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And things, physical things. It could be things in your life. It could be people in your life that's keeping you stunned and keeping you from, and we don't know that. You don't know. You don't consciously know. So a lot of people are not consciously aware that repetition keep happening, the same thoughts, the same frequency, the same vibration, the same unforgiveness behavior. All of that is attached to your past. All of that is attached to reoccurring emotions and feelings that you keep allowing to play on your recorded version of your life. We can change that. We can change that. It's all up to us. We are the key to create our life and live our life by design. If we allow ourselves to get out of our own way, because a lot of times it's us, majority of the time, it's our own individual person, us, that is in our own way. And we blaming everybody else. It ain't me, it's them. No, we are in a graceful period in our life, right? If you're not in a graceful period, maybe you start talking nice to yourself in the mirror, loving on yourself, accepting your faults, allowing yourself to say, well, that wasn't a smart decision I made, but that's okay. Allow yourself to fall in love with yourself. And I mean on levels where you find it difficult for you to fall in love with other people. And I don't mean in a relationship. If it applies, it applies. But even that too, our very own relationships are magnetized to us by way of what we give off. I'm just saying, I'm only the messenger. Our very own relationships that we magnetize to us, we magnetize them specific people to us by what we give off. And if you are looking at me speak right now, and you are the person that attracts the same energy, just in a different body, the same person in a different body, right? You keep like, this person did the same thing last person did. It's you. It's really time to check in with yourself. And I'm being really honest, and I'm saying this because I love you, and I want you to, for your 2025 year, I want you to attract the best person for you, the best person, the best man / woman that you know that can make you happy, that can help you create the life, and y'all can create a beautiful life together. Period. It's so simple. It's so simple. You can choose to be alone. I choose to be single right now. Because, you get more stuff done a lot of times when you're single. And not only that, I just came out of something, and I know the process of life will call you to be alone and embody that alone time, that connection to God and God only. Not God and the person that I want to date. No, just God. And when you allow yourself to walk with God, talk with God, connect with God, allow yourself to diffuse that old energy and just build with yourself and God, scripting, aka journaling, aka mirror work, speaking in the mirror to yourself, affirmations, speaking to you, building that little person, that little girl that was injured, that was hurt up, because we still have the child inside of us that have not been catered to, have not been loved on, have not been spoken to, and we don't know that we walk around with these wounds, these deep embedded wounds that we carry in our life. And the only way to heal that wound is to allow ourselves to do the work in that area. Because if I can go back 11 years ago, or not even, well, maybe if I do the work, if I do the math, it's probably something that happened 11 years ago too. Matter of fact, I was in an abusive relationship. Or I allow myself to go all the way back to my 3-year-old self. 3-year-old, I went through so much. I was sexually molested at 3 years old, and then it was an ongoing thing until 11, 12, 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? And so I find myself right now in this season, because I thought I was healed from it, but I find myself doing more work on that little girl inside of me, telling her that I love her, telling her that it's gonna be okay, telling her that it's gonna come a point in time where you're going to be very well taken care of by God. Even though you can't see it now as the 3-year-old self, but you are very well protected right now. Even with what you went through. What you go through is what you grow through, and what you are able to experience in this life is literally a stepping stone to you better, to the greatest version of yourself. The best version of yourself. The moment you are able to seize the opportunity and take what you've been through and put it into a package to where you are now in this position to teach and help others get through what you've already been through, that is the greatest season, the best part of being able to experience this physical existence on this 3D reality and this 5D reality for a lot of people. And in order to embody the energy of being in the flow of that, you have to do the work. It's really just like catering to yourself. Like all the levels of you, whatever age you was at, that was injured, that was hurt, however old you was, when you were disrespected, when you were hurt, when you were raped, when you seen somebody get killed in front of you. It could be a plethora of things that you have experienced where that wound is still sitting and festering inside of you. And it could be in the sacral chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the crown chakra. We have 7 chakras in the human body. Every part of our body is an energy center. And there's specific names for these energy centers. And I want you guys to really tap into this. Learn more about it. Learn more about frequency. Learn more about vibration. Learn more about the chakras that are located within our being. Because I'm telling you, to know more is to be better in life. To apply what you learn in life is to be your greatest version in life, where you're not really finding yourself stuck in a mental thought. Because we could be stuck in this mental thought, and it could be a barrier keeping us from that next level, from the next happy feeling, from the next joyful experience, because of our own lack of being able to step outside of those emotional confines that keep us stuck, that keep us embedded, that keep us confused and keep us hurt, right? Connected to that same old story line that we've been telling ourselves, that we've been living and reliving, and we can't trust nobody, we can't go to parties, we don't want to connect with other people, and it's really a limitation. It's a limitation. So going through what I've been through, I allow myself to do the work, and I'm still doing the work. I'm really in the process of speaking to a counselor right now, maybe a psychiatrist, and I'm feeling like I'm so comfortable with saying that because it is needed. It is needed. And you can run around and avoid. I avoided it for years. And now it's just time for that. It's time to be in a space to be willing to baby myself, love myself like no other. Cater to the emotions inside of me instead of finding things to do, like overworking my mind, working at work all the time, just finding something busy to do just to escape being with me. Because we do that too. We really do that a lot. And when you find the energy, the space, we create the space, we find the grace to really do the work on us, and we love it on ourselves. And there's no way we allow ourselves to get into any other situation that will cause us to love ourselves less, to neglect ourselves any less. Because when you already go through what you've been through and you start doing the work, the science, breaking it down, why this happened, and understanding, oh, this happened for me to know this and know this going forward. Respect myself. Is if you stay in a position and in a place where you know you shouldn't be, and you know God is telling you to leave, and this person, this place, this situation, this job is telling you, been showing you for a long time that you need to let me go because you need something, you have to, there's something else that God wants you to do. This guy, there's something else that I want you to do, so I want you to leave this person, place, thing behind so that you can evolve to become your greatest version. That is when we find and we literally begin to identify a whole new version of ourselves. The person who we will not allow nobody to walk over. Like, you don't get another chance to come in my life and tell me what you think you want me to believe, and I believe it. Now I'm working in my highest intuition, my highest intuitive ability. Because now I can see through the glass mirrors and smoke mirrors. I can see through all the falsities and all the fakeness. Because you know when a person show up and they start telling you things because they think you want to hear it. The old version of myself would be gullible enough and naive enough to say, for real? For real? And I'm just going with it. No, now I'm like breaking it down. Like, is this person in a great place in their life? If their conversation high vibrational? Because you can't tell me what you want me to believe, and I'm looking at all the things. Now I'm looking at the whole 360-degree circle. The old me would have been looking at the 180-degree circle. And I know this is for somebody, because in order to really, truly, fully understand a thing, you have to be willing to break that thing down. You have to be willing to maneuver and move around the pieces that you know you need to pay more attention to. Because we avoid the truths. We truly avoid the truths. And now it's not time for that. It's time to really acknowledge what's real and who's real, who's adding to you, who's subtracting from you, who's helping you become a greatest version of yourself, and who's not. Because we listen, we always be trying to lie to ourselves, and maybe it's not this and maybe it's not that. Whole time we need to be looking at the circle and looking at the picture for what it really truly is, because then we avoid the truths. We are discrediting ourselves so much when we don't allow ourselves to look at the picture for what it really is, and we want to put words in places to make it feel better for us when it really is the truth. This person is not right. This person is fake. This person is a liar. This person is, or the situation is been doing me dirty the whole time. I've been at this job and people have been standing in my back. Even the boss don't like me, and I know the boss don't like, because the boss did X, Y, Z already, and I'm still here, and they keep doing stuff to show me that maybe I should leave. It's time for me to leave. Just honor the truths. Honor the truths in the situation. Allow yourself to accept what really is, so that your life can be more peaceful. We cause so much confusion in our own self. We really do. And everything starts with self. This is why I came on and I started talking about forgiveness, because I know this is for somebody. When you get past the energy of being unable to forgive, and then you begin to forgive, your life will change, and I'm telling you, I'm talking about leaps and bounds. Your life will change in ways where you never even fathomed. I could have been forgave, not for them, but for me, for my peace. And because when you sitting there holding on to that energy, the other person is living their best life, right? The other person is living their best life, and you still sitting in the same energy. And they didn't got married, they didn't graduate college about 2 or 3 times, they got great jobs, or they working for themselves, they doing their dream, and you still stuck in yesteryear because of something they did and said to you. God says no right now. God said there's no more of that. There's no more of that. You have to allow yourself to evolve now. You have to allow yourself to evolve. That means removing the stubborn energy and allowing yourself to be like, forget them. And if you are the one that did somebody dirty and you're in the stuck energy, it's work you need to do. It's still work you need to do, because you could be the one who did something dirty to somebody else, and you feeling like, I shouldn't have did that, and you living in your regret, and you letting your regret kill you from the inside out. Energy, when you holding on to any type of negative energy, you are truly creating a toxic foundation on the inside of you. Because I've learned that when you vibrate low and you do low vibrational things on a continuous basis, unconsciously, because a lot of times you be unconscious doing it and you just don't know you're doing it, you are creating a breeding ground for any disease to come in and snatch your joy, snatch your life, snatch your living, snatch your daily ability to live your life how you want to live it. Because when diseases and all of that stuff come up on us, we got to deal with it. And it stops us from going to work. It stops us from being in the company of our friends. You know, it just lays us down. And you have the power to recreate the foundation of energy you have inside of you by getting connected to more happy emotions, allowing yourself to forgive you if you did something dirty, and allow yourself to forgive the other person if the other person did something dirty to you. It's like a forever energetic frequency that we live with, that we have the ability to turn up or turn down. We are the dial. We can hit the volume button and turn negativity down and turn positivity up. We are literally walking around as true frequencies in this world. And I mean that because if you go outside and you mad and angry, you're gonna literally attract angry people that's saying things to you, people that's doing things to you. If you go outside and you like singing and you in a good energy, you're gonna attract some beautiful birds chirping. You're gonna attract some butterflies landing on your shoulder. You're gonna attract people that just want to pour out into you, or pour out on you their own life, what they're going through, because you are in an open. And even with that, you still gotta protect yourself and take away from the conversation and be able to feed this person if you're in the mental state and mental place to tell a person a good word of encouragement, because sometimes people need to hear that. But all of those things can't really be a big huge thing for you or to you if that's what you truly want to do, if that's what your purpose is, until you align with who you are. April, Kim, Arlene, the world, whatever your name is, you know, it all starts with you. When you align with your own specific joy, your own happiness, and I'm saying individually, when you are rubbing elbows with God and you are allowing yourself to go through the motions of connecting to God, literally connecting to God, that means, let me talk to God about this before I make this decision. Let me talk to God about this and see if this man or this woman is the right one for me. Let me talk to God about this job that I want, and allow God to answer the questions when God answers the questions. And I'm telling you, it's going to show up on time. It's never late, never too soon, never too early. It's always on time. And that's the best. That is the best, when you can hold the space with yourself and for God to come in and just walk alongside you for a little while, you know, or forever. Because that relationship with God never died when you build it, and it's there and it's solid and it's secure. Anything you want to, any relationship you ever want to build in life, you have to pour into this relationship. You have to literally connect with God. You know what I'm saying? Because God is everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean the big G. When I say I am a God, that means I am in a likeness of my Father, aka Mother. Right? Because there's two energies in there. I am in a likeness. So that means I am a God too. I'm not the God. I am a God. And so therefore, I'm going to look at my life as such. Look at my own individual person, mind, body, soul as such. I'm going to view myself as a God. I'm going to treat myself like I love myself, as God would. Because that is my Father. Right? So no, I ain't talking about, oh, I'm big, this ain't have anything to do with the ego. It's my own perception of how I view myself. Because ultimately, we all are gods. We all are a God. Not the God, not the highest, not the God, not Jesus. A God. We are a God. The moment you decide to change your perception of how you view your own self, your whole entire mind frame will change. Your whole entire mind frame will change. And I know this to be so true. I know this because I've been working on myself for the last, 10 years, 11 years, probably even 5, 6 years. It started in my experience when I was in an abusive relationship. I started praying a lot. I literally started meditating. I stopped watching TV. I started listening to inspirational gospel or inspirational videos on YouTube. I was doing it every single day like clockwork. You know, and I started understanding a really great connection between me and God. It was beautiful, and it's got better. It has gotten so strong. It got so strong to where I can leave a relationship after I know it's time for me to leave. I don't have to stay and let it linger. I don't care what this person is giving me and gifting me. God is the one to take care of me. He is my sole provider, period. So a human can't come in my life and get me confused and take me off my connection with God. And the only time I'm going to ever get connected to my next companion is if their relationship with God is like this. Because that's what it got to be. I done tried everything else and it ain't work. So now this is where I'm at. I've been celibate for a while, and this is where I'm going to continue to be. Celibacy is king, by the way. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm glad you came to look at this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did not get nothing out of it the first go around, watch it again and again and again and again until you feel like she is on point. Something she said that made me think about life in a different way. She triggered me to want to do something different. And I need that. I'm about to act on that. Period. Well, I love you. I love you, and I want to say smile all day today and let no one steal your joy, and don't let no experience steal your joy. If somebody is stealing your joy on purpose and intentionally, be willing to be strong enough to walk away. It takes a strong person to walk away and understand that maybe this person need to grow as I grow too, because we all evolve and we just on different paths, and that's just it. You know, nobody's perfect, not one of us. Well, stay tuned for next video, okay? Smile. All day. And I want you to be happy, okay?